Hello friends, KillerBee here. Oops, sometimes little stuff happens. Usually it happens due to wide gauge. The weight of the train spreads the rails too far apart, and the wheels drop off the rail and down onto the ties. This often happens in yards and spur tracks when the ties are old and decaying and lose their ability to firmly hold the spikes in place. Assuming it is just a car or two, it is quickly rectified, as we'll see. Although, if it is your unlucky day, the rail may turn over under you too. Best case, there may be some heavy machinery around. I was the helper in September of 2011 in Edson, Alberta on a CN yard job when the foreman and I made the mistake of taking our eyes off a trainee entrusted to us while we strategized our next moves. He directed the engine and several cars through a switch line against him, then reversed, thus reinforcing why you are not supposed to let a trainee work unattended. Oh well, luckily we were in the yard and some machinery was nearby. Within an hour, we were all re-railed and back to work. But that was the exception. Here's another re-railing job with machinery. But unfortunately, they were an outside contractor that had to be mobilized. Location and railroad being kept anonymous, being as they were nice enough to grant me access. Then there is the old school way. The formal way is to use a re-railer, also called a re-railing frog. These things feel like they weigh 1,000,000 pounds, but they show online as 110 to 140 pounds. This one straddles the rail and guides the wheel up onto the rail. Here we see a video courtesy of Greg Bunce of the E&LS getting a car back on the rails at Coleman, Wisconsin in 2018. True old school railing is simply pile up whatever you have on hand. Wood blocks and tie plates are popular. You want the wheel to ride up on it and drop down onto the rail. Here we see the Wisconsin Central at Green Bay pulling some derailed piggyback flats back up in December of 1991. We'll close out with re-railing a locomotive. Again, being kept secret. Just protecting the guilty. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick compilation, because I imagine none of the people shown here did. In all seriousness, though, as far as I know, there were no injuries associated with these derailments, just wounded pride. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.